Hello and welcome back to my non-league to Premier League challenge. Now, as we started last episode with Blyth Spartan, and effectively we have we haven't actually done a great deal. I've played a month, but I have made some signings. Our last friendly we won 7-3, so I figured we'd start recording at this point because hey, who doesn't like winning 7-3? But what I figured I'd do is I'd show you my transfers. I would show you the coaches that I've added to the team. As you'll see, there is very slim pickings of people that would actually come and actually work for the team. I've also set up some mentoring and I've set up the individual training. So I'm going to show you all of these and then we'll get through a few more weeks together and hopefully we'll get the season started soon so we can actually get cracking. So let's look at the transfers that I've made. Always the most exciting thing. Jimmy Davis has been quite busy. So if we look down the bottom of here, we'll start at the start. Now, I think in the previous episode, we were about to sign Anton Forrester. Yeah, we wanted to sign a guy called Stanley, but he didn't want to come. But Anton did want to come, and he's on a kind of a interesting deal because it's a non-contract deal. Now, this works in our favour. He's got an appearance fee of 600 and a goal bonus of 160 and an unused substitute fee of 190. Now, my reasoning behind this was simple. If he's successful, then we'll offer him a full-time deal. I mean, in pre-season, he's played 3 substitute appearances and he's scored 2 goals and he's got an average rating of 8.4. So obviously he's had a good start to pre-season. So hopefully he'll come good. And then maybe we'll offer him a full-time deal. Let's have a look at the other players assigned. So Dennis Gilsfree. He's a new gen guy. I'm not really sure how you have new gens when you first start out, but he's nevertheless one of them. He's 15 years old, hence the signing off. And although in the previous episode, I feel like I contradicted myself slightly because I turned down some of these kind of younger players. But what I figured is 15, he's got quite a lot of potential. He could come really good. He's got a potential of being a star player according to this. But obviously, as we progress through the leagues, that may or may not happen. But again, we could potentially sell him. So I mean, there's pluses and minuses, and the crux of it is he's only getting paid £5 a week until 2023. So if he doesn't come good, he's hardly going to cost us anything. So moving on, we signed a guy called D'Souza, and he's another 18. All the players I signed are very young, so he's 18, and he looks pretty good. I mean, he's got relative sort of current ability, good current ability according to this. And he's got, star player potential, according to this. Now, again, as we progress through the leagues, it may not prove that he actually stays with us, but nevertheless, certainly to start off with, he's got the potential to at least play some part in the season. Now, I'm only paying him £85 a week, and he's only come for a season. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll renew his deal, maybe we won't. Now, moving on, Ty Ebanks, again, a 19-year-old. Now, I really like this signing. It's probably my kind of, not ambitious, but let's call it someone who will definitely play a part in the season, whereas the other ones probably won't. This guy, I would imagine, definitely will. He's a 3-star player, again, very high potential, can fit in that right attacking midfield position. Now, he's the second best attacking midfield. I think this guy plays on the left as well for us, so he will definitely come in, if not ahead of Connor Thompson, who's also very young. Well, no, actually he's not. He's 25, so he probably may well come ahead of Connor Thompson in there. We'll see how the season plays out. I've got a very young team, so I don't want to throw all my youngsters in at once. And now another guy, and he's another left back. You'll notice that that's the second left back I signed. Now he actually came about as a kind of, I'd signed the first one, offered this guy a deal, didn't necessarily expect it to come through, and he did. So I figured, well, doesn't matter if you've got 3 because Jordan Watson is mainly going to play as a centre back. So these are effectively going to be, we've got 3 left backs, not including Jordan Watson, but obviously Michael Liddell may or may not, he may get injured. So it's not a bad thing to have 2 backup, especially when you're not paying them a lot of money. Now, if we look at our training, like I said before, I don't control the general training myself. I let the assistant managers do that, but I do control the individual. And what we've done and what I tend to do is I tend to mimic my formation in terms of the position and role that they're doing, but also I tend to allow them to have a bit of freedom, if you like. If they're better in one position, it doesn't hurt I often will play my central defenders as ball playing central defenders to try and get their passing ability up. I haven't done that in this case for a lot of them, but I may do as we progress through the leagues. I kind of like a very technical team, very high passing ability, very high technical skills. Because I like to play the ball on the floor and to pass and keep the ball moving very quickly. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but as you can see, that it's basically is a winger, box to box, attack and inverted winger, left winger. So again, that guy, he's on the left, as we found out. And mentoring, I tend to let the assistant manager do this. I have tried to do this myself with various levels of success, but what I tend to do is I tend to just click ask assistant manager, and then he'll pick for me. And as the season progresses, it kind of moves around on its own anyway, and that's generally how I do it. So moving forward, let's look at our finances, or we can do it through here. So as you can see, like I said, I would be aggressive. I would sign players, I would use up wages, and I have done that. I'm now minus 477. And that's the way it's going to go for that, I'm afraid. We needed players, we needed depth in our team, and that works well for me to do that. I mean, I feel that better to ask for forgiveness afterwards in that sense, and that's what we've done. So that's what we chose to do in that. Let's just look at our schedule. How many more friendlies? We've got one more friendly, then we've got one game. So let's see if we can get through that. It's a bit of a push, but we may well get through that. So what I may do is I may just cut to the next scene with us playing the first game. So with the power of YouTube, we are now about to start our first match of the season. I slipped over my words there. I do apologise. So we're just going to do the press conference. Like I said before, I don't really care about these, to be honest. I don't read through them. Maybe I should. I know that it can have an effect on the players, but I think if you're generally positive, you're fine. Is my personal opinion on that. Maybe it's a bad one, but that's just generally how I am. Now, I know I didn't go through our coaching changes, mainly because I'm not particularly happy with the coaching changes. So, obviously got me, Jimmy Davis, the character we use in all our saves or all our games. You got Charlie, our new assistant manager is Charlie Williamson, and he's pretty bad. But when I search for assistant managers, I usually go through the whole process of searching for them and searching their stats. He was basically the only one that came up. Let's have a look at our goalkeeper coach. I believe I added him as well. And he's not terrible. Again, he is not great. I have to be completely honest. When I get these people, it's more of a case of getting them in the door, and then we'll worry about getting better coaches as we progress. So, just going to skip to tomorrow, and then we'll play the first game of the season. Now, we've got to make some changes to our team. I didn't pick any subs, and also because we have signed a couple of players, and maybe we might add those, or at least put them into the bench. I don't think we're necessarily going to make any changes to the starting lineup per se, but we're certainly going to add them on the bench. I don't know if this league has 5 subs, or is it a 3 sub league? I think it's actually got, if I remember correctly, the Conference North has a very low amount of subs you can have on the bench, weirdly. I don't know if that's changed since COVID, but it's definitely originally, I'm sure that was the case. Some weird rule where they didn't have many subs. Maybe I guess we'll soon find out. It takes a long while to process it. My computer isn't the worst by any stretch, but do have a lot of leagues loaded. I figured it might help us as we progress. God, the annoying thing when you start creating a new character and you've got to go through all those annoying things you already know about. So you only have 5 subs in there. I thought it was something like that. So it would be interesting to see if you do get a decent amount to bring on. I guess we'll find out. So we're looking for players to put on the bench. Maybe that guy can go there. We want versatile players is what we want, really. Players who can play in multiple positions. Players who help us out. Because we haven't got many subs, so we don't, we want players that can definitely fill the gap in multiple ways. Perfect. He can go there. Don't know if I made a mistake there, not put Watson on there. Is he free start? Yeah. I don't know this team great as well yet. I will do obviously over a period of time. As yet, I'm still getting to know them. And we'll get to know them, and then we'll know who they all are, which is the plan. So on the yeah, Anton will go there. Now we have done our set pieces. I don't know if I did it with you guys or I did it. We're just gonna leave that as it is, but I'm just gonna employ a pre-made, nicely titled. I think I made a previous video about score on corners, which has been relatively successful, and this is the routine that I use for that. I don't tend to implement it until the day before, simply because I tend to move players around, as it were. So I tend to get rid of everyone as far from there as I can, and then I will go. Don't know if this guy is great at heading, but we'll soon find out. He's going to let me put him in there. Why not let me put him in there? Let's do it through there. Why not? Okay, attack near post. Yeah, so he's not great at heading, so we'll have him just going forward. I can imagine this is going to be when none of our defenders are particularly great at heading. Oh no, he's not too bad. Defensive, put him in there. Seek that out there. And yeah, he's not too bad as well either for this level, I'd imagine. And then maybe we'll get our get him to go up there and come short. And then we'll repeat the pro. I don't think I'm going to bother someone running in from deep. Really, we're only interested in those three. As I said in the previous video I made about this as an individual video, I'm only really bothered about the individual players, as it were. I'm not, not heavily focused, or those three individual players. So I'm not heavily focused on, making sure that the players attack from deep, etc. Because actually, if this tactic works the way we hope, then it should only really be those players that matter. Now we're going to have, I think those players are all staying back, aren't they? Which is good. Right, I think we're ready to start. Now I think for this one I'm going to play it as extended highlights, simply because this is going to be the only game that we play today. Where other games, if we've got multiple games, we'll probably do key highlights. But for today we'll do extended, and I'll do a version of like commentary, living out the dream. Now I tend to do instructions. I tend to do my own. I don't know if other people do this. I certainly see some YouTubers who don't do this. I obviously will follow the instructions that they put out, but also will look, and I'm effectively looking to see if I can find any. I will press people with low composure, or tackle people who aren't particularly brave, and I'll mark people with high technical ability. Now I have no idea if this is the method that works. It works for me. At least I think it does. It seems to work for me. I will tend to take their advice if they offer it to me. Sometimes I won't. If I get too many tight marking players, because you don't want to mark everyone really tight. I will tend to try and play them to their weakest, or show them to their foot, because I figured that's, if they've got both strong feet, often in the modern, I mean, he's left only, so I guess you could play him to his weak foot. You could do that. But in some footballers, they might play with both feet. And then, to be fair, it doesn't, playing them to their weak foot is not necessarily going to make any difference. Now, I will probably, if they've got high heading ability, I will tight mark them and then, tackle them easy. If they've got like him, I'll just press him. And then I think he's not very brave, is he? No, I guess he is for this level. So maybe we'll do like a light tackle on him. So I will just do like a general one. They don't know me, they're not going to respond. Oh, God, it's still giving me the stupid instructions at the top there. I wondered why I thought the game had lagged out. You're not necessarily going to see what I would do anyway in this case, because I wouldn't normally do this. Personally, I don't tend to bother about individuals and all of that. Right, let's get the game kicked off. So nice 3D, nice little stadium. Actually, to be fair, it isn't no actual stadium, but it doesn't look too dissimilar either. That's annoying. Don't care about any of this. I do apologise. I should have made that not come up. I think we've got it on extended. Yeah, we'll do the director one. Let's see how that goes for this. It doesn't lag too much. I don't often play in 3D. I tend to prefer the 2D look personally. But each to their own. Average. What are we gonna do? We don't want to look at their formation. That's for certain. I think we'll probably see how we go. We're on the attack here. O'Donnell passes to Little, who passes to Painter, who passes to O'Donnell. Maguire is on the board, passes to Reed. Now we've got a nice passing style here. Passes to Maguire, passes to Painter, who flicks the ball over the top, headed away. Unfortunate. That was a good little bit of play there. 12 minutes gone. Oh, good tackle there. Maguire on the ball. Passes to O'Donnell. He dribbles a little bit and passes to Painter. Takes a touch and passes to Reed. Reed plays the ball over the top to Little. Little passes to Maguire. Oh, close. Clears away. And they're on the attack. A good interception there. It's all with us in its highlights. Passes to Painter. Passes to Deveridix, who does a bit of a dodgy pass there. It doesn't happen to go anywhere. They lob the ball forward and we take control of the ball again. So a good start to the game from us. I think we've had 3 shots, 0 on target, expected goal of 0.40% and a possession of 78. Now we've got our first corner using my corner tactic. We'll see how that goes. Ball in, just over the bar there. So automatically that corner tactic seemed to work relatively well. I think that might have been given as offside. But nevertheless, that corner tactic I think will prove to work in our favour. It has done. I had a save with Derby and Curtis Davis got 14 goals in one season. I wouldn't call it a sort of a glitch or a cheat, but I think it's just using, found a way of exploiting and using it to our benefit, I guess. It passes the ball to Reed. Rory Reed passes over to Thompson. Thompson takes a touch and runs with it. It's got to cross the ball in on the wide. Maguire gets it there. Headers, good save, Wills. Unlucky. So nice little interchange there. Scintillating stuff it said on the bottom there. So 4, I'm sure that should have been a shot on target there, but hey, I'm sure that was just delayed update. Armand headers the ball forward to Painter. No, he doesn't. He needs to get in there and make a challenge. Needs to make a challenge. Don't let him run at you. Good tackle by Little, who Painter on the ball. Little pass there to Maguire. Gets the ball and pass to Reed. Reed pass to Maguire. Pass to Painter. And we flick the ball forward. So yeah, not too bad. We're playing all right. I'm not going to over-commentate on everything, but we're playing some good football. Armin's got the good header on that. That's a little bit of skill there. Little on the ring here. Pass to Painter. Pass to O'Donnell. O'Donnell to Maguire. Got a score there. Hits the post. Unlucky. So yeah, given that we're supposed to finish bottom of the league, I don't know where Alfreton finished in real life for this in real life season, but certainly we're not supposed to do well, but we're doing all right at second. Trying to play an attractive game of football and trying to get that ball down and play it. It's the general what we want to achieve. Good tackle. Painter on the ball. Do need a goal though. Pass the ball through to Maguire. Takes a shot. Unlucky. 8 shots. They've had 0 and we've had 1 on target. So really good start. If we got a draw out of this, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Good tackle there to Thompson on the ball. He does a little touch. He passes back to Bine. He passes to Dividix. He passed to Reed. Maguire on the ball. Painter passes to O'Donnell. A lot of passing. Great through ball there. He's going to have another chance here. No, he runs wide with the ball. Crosses it in to Thompson. Thompson shoots miles over the bar. Unlucky. But yeah, a lovely little bit of play there. We really are playing some good stuff. My only criticism of the team so far is lack of accuracy. But generally speaking, we're doing some really good stuff. Maguire making some great runs. Maguire on the ball again there. Takes a touch. Pulls it wide. Somehow gets through. Passes to Thompson. Unlucky. Unlucky there. We don't want to be football manager and they go and score from nowhere, but certainly so far so good. 10 shots, 1 on target. Our expected goal is 1, which means we're slightly under. Fantastic performance. Expected goal. So yeah, really good start. That's a really good half from us. Like I say, I have no idea if we're allowed to make 3 or 5 subs, but generally speaking, everybody's doing fantastically well there. Let's keep this going and hopefully we can get a win out of this game. It'd be lovely if we could get out of this division first time asking. Great little ball over the top. Maguire headers it to nobody. Non-league touch, you could say there. I mean, he's better than I could ever be at football, but maybe it's his lack of quality there. Let him down. So Brian on the ball there. Pass to Dividix, who passes to Thompson. Thompson's having a great game, who unfortunately, as I talked out there, passes straight to the opponents. Ball over the top. We need to get in on him there. Hopefully we can stop that cross coming in. They really haven't done anything. And then they score from nowhere. Frustrating goal to concede there. We've been all over them, but we haven't taken our chances. And then they get 1 chance and score. Classic bit play there. You could see it coming to an extent in terms of when he got the ball there. Just had this horror moment that no one would challenge and then he would score. Yeah, one down, not good. That was a second. They haven't really done anything against us either, so it's a really run against a run of play. Not good at all from us there, but we can come back into this surely. Buying on the ball. Can he cross in? He crosses into O'Donnell. O'Donnell headers and a good save on the keeper. See if maybe we need to think about making a sub soon. It's really hard to change just because we have done really well. Change it. Have we got any changed? See, we can't really change that position because we haven't got any. Let's take Thompson off and bring on Ebanks. See how that goes. So yeah, not a terrible start. I'm pretty certain Alphaton are a good team, to be fair, so it's not terrible. Would we want to do better? Of course we would. We don't want to lose any games. But it's not terrible. As long as we don't give away a second goal here. Good clearance there, I think, by Mitchell. All the way down, actually. I think he would have been offside there if Maguire had challenged for that. I think we're going to bring on Forrester soon as well. See if we can shake up the forward line. Maguire did have a few chances, but didn't really do anything with them. That'd be my only criticism of him. Maguire passes there to Bryan. Runs at the defence. Passes to Thompson. Again, passes to Bryan. Again, passes to Reed. It's a good play. Maguire, I think he's offside there. But is he going to score anyway? He scored. Oh, it hits the post. It's the second time, but it was offside. Right, let's make that change. Maguire has done well, but I think it is time to make the change there. I think also we'll change, take off Painter and bring on Hickey as well. What a name. Good bit of play again there from us. Ebanks, his first touch there. Passes to Reed. Passes to Forrester, who does a cheeky little ball over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell runs at the defence. Runs back, passes to Little. He then passes to Painter. It's going to come out and then flicks the ball Forrester. Oh, unlucky. Great play. So we're playing some really good stuff. You know, there's some games we lose and you go, that is horrific. And then there's some games we play some good stuff and then you lose and then it's harder to be too critical. And this could certainly be one of the latter ones. You know, I don't know if, I mean, we're not expected to pull up any trees in this first season. I want to progress as quick as possible. It's a good chance here. Unlucky. Oh God, he got rid. Oh, nearly had a second chance there. If he'd have moved quicker to the ball there, he would have had a chance to score. Armand on the ball. Takes it to centre back and runs with it. That's what I like to see. Very technical play there from Reed. If he passes that ball in, it could be a really good shot. Fine on the ball. Passes to Ebanks. Runs at Forrester. Yes, what a goal. Anton Forrester. Great finish there. The two subs link up. That's what we're talking about. Blyth Spartans 1, Alfreton 1. Some really good stuff there. We'll watch this replay. But yeah, Forrester started it as well. And maybe he's the number one striker for us this season. Scored some goals in pre-season. So he's really good there. And what a strike as well. The technique on that was great. 67 minutes in, 1-1. We're happy with that. Really are. I mean, we've had a good game. If we lose this, we'll be disappointed. That is for sure. I mean, it's, you know, Alfreton, I'm pretty certain they're a decent team. I could be talking up a team that's pretty bad, but 2-1. Matt Reed, that is not good. I'm pretty certain he used to play for Lincoln, so much higher division than he's currently playing in. And that's not good for us. That's 2-1 Alfreton. That was a disappointing goal to concede. A Route 1 thing there. I didn't do any player instructions on substitutes. You may have noticed, and maybe I should have, because that was a good little ball in. And it was basically unmarked. 3 players around him and nobody got to him. But yeah, not good. Given how well we've played in this game, that is not a good little bit of play there to concede. So we could be as low as 15th in the league, to be fair, after this. But maybe we'll come back into, who knows, 82 minutes in. Got the play now. If I was them, I would be trying to wind down the clock a little bit. To an extent, they've been played off the park, but that's a very good ball in there. And the striker is good. And he's good save by the keeper. Wow, good might be overstretching it, but he saved it nevertheless. And I think Reed is a very good striker for this league. Be very surprised if he didn't score many goals. So 16 shots, 3 on target. Expected goal of 1.38. We've done all right. I think we're probably going to lose this game, and that is not great. We don't want to lose the start of the season, obviously, but nevertheless, it could be a lot worse. Takes the ball there for Dividix, who plays Hickey. Plays Forrester, who then unfortunately can't get in on the ball there. Yeah, probably going to run out of time. I haven't made any changes to the way we play, to be fair. I could have changed it to positive, and we will do for the last couple of minutes, but I was quite happy with the way we played. I didn't want to overstretch us. I didn't want to make it get too. Matt Reed again makes it 3-1. We've done well. Not good enough, perhaps. Oh, it's not going to count as offside. Great little finish there. But offside it was. Works in our favour. We'll take that. Yeah, we've done all right. We've not done too badly. I mean, O'Donnell in the end has put in a relatively poor performance, but I didn't have any subs to change him with. He did a good first half, I'm sure, but second half he went to sleep a little bit. Ebanks has done all right since he's been on, and Forrest has done great since he's been on. But I think we're going to run out of time here, unfortunately for us. But a 2-1 defeat is not the worst against a team of this. After this game finishes, we're going to call it a day for this episode. Yeah, we can't complain. I'm really not. Some games you lose, some games you win, and that cliche is a cliche overused. But in this sense, we really have to take the positives out of this. And attacking wise, we've been great. Defensively, I guess the second goal was definitely a mistake. But attackingly, we've done all right in this game. So we're going to call that game. We'll call this episode here. I'm just going to do this little talk to the players. Wait for the media reaction. Blah 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 blah. So if you like this video, please give us a like and a subscribe. I enjoy making these videos for you, and obviously the more you like and subscribe, the more, I guess, motivation I have to make them, but certainly the more I can, use my time to do that. So thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.